Good evening, everyone. It is I, Eibbor Nanahcub. Okay, not that bad. Stung a little bit, but not that bad. And welcome back to a very special video. That's right, we're back here yet again, second to last one with the birthday videos. Today's birthday being Lair's birthday, so happy birthday to Lair. Or Ray if you want to call her, but we'll go by Lair for the video since it's the band name they go by. And what the game refers to her by, which is funny. Because I went to go, her name's like Ray Wakana, right? Let me go check. I went to the character history and the members information section in the game, and it's just like Lair, and it doesn't say the name or her name at all. I'm like, no, I know her name. I know her name's Ray, but what's her last name? So I wasn't sure on it, and it's just like, won't tell me. I'm like, fine, I'll go look it up on the wiki. Sorry, still a little sick, but enough my rambling. Let's get into the 5 reasons why Lair is the best girl. Starting off with number 5. Costumes. Alright, you saw it coming, everybody saw it coming, it's the anime betrayal of the century. It's the costumes being at number 5, like always. And again, apologies if I'm a little bit stifled here and there. I'm trying to hold back the cough so I don't cough in everybody's ears like that. But yeah, again, costumes are always going to be kind of low, because kind of like, because it's hard to beat the costumes in this game when they all look amazing, but RAS always has a great job doing it. And Lair being like the tallest member in the game kind of can pull it off a lot better than everybody else can. Because she's kind of like, got the elegant, like, suave kind of look that, like, Kaoru has, so it's like, it works. That's why she was in that event with Rui and Masaki and Kaoru, and who else was there? It was 5 of them, but who was it? Tomoe, that's why. That's right. I couldn't think. I was like, who's the other tomboy-esque looking one? Oh yeah, Tomoe. But no, yeah. RAS always has really cool costumes when it comes down to it, and I love the fact that my favorite part for Lair is, cheating-wise, I'm gonna say the Tokyo Revengers one because it just looks freaking cool, but probably the, oh gosh, what's it called? The one where she was like kind of working herself to the bone for Choo Choo. It was the one where her and Choo Choo, it's a pure card. What's it called? It's the shooting card. I can't remember the name of the event though, gosh dang it. But that one was really cool. It was like, had like the neon, like, cyber effects on the instruments, and it just looked really cool. Again, RAS going with that super futuristic look always looks awesome, and Ray being the front runner of everything, pulls it off super great. It just always looks amazing. That looks like how she goes for trench coats. Like, sleeveless trench coats are always like her style, and I'm on board with that because it's such a dope look. Like, even in the exposed burnout video, that outfit's just amazing looking. And I think that's like their base outfit for RAS. It's still freaking awesome looking. I don't know. But, yeah, costumes are always good, and they're a good foundation to build the rest of the list off of, you know? Definitely not a cop-out. Eibbor's definitely not copping out here. But let's move on into our next one. Number 4. Bass skills. Alright, now we're moving on to some serious business, because you gotta be wondering, well, Eibbor, what's this doing down here? Well, you gotta remember, Lair is a very talented performer, man. End of story, because bass skills are down here on the bottom because we still got other things to go through up top. Because she's insane at the bass for RAS's music. Because not only is she having to hold the bass lines down, but she's also having to sing and play at the same time for already challenging music. RAS is nothing to scoff at. Like, good lord. Like, just some of the stuff, I've looked up tabs on how to play some of the stuff. Just listening to some of the stuff, it's like, good lord, have mercy, how? It's just busy. It's busy and it's crazy. And I love the freaking fact that Lair's just been a freaking session musician for so long. Mainly for her vocal talents, but having the bass on the side there too is a cool thing too. Just being like, might as well expand my range, so she just goes ahead and does it. And that's just cool as all heck. And that, not to mention her bass is awesome as all crap, so yeah, you know, that works too. But again, just really interesting. And just, again, most of the time, a bass is kind of to hold down the rhythm, maybe get a little bit fancy with things whenever you get into like some poppin' party stuff where Remy's kind of following some octave stuff, slowing some funk. But RES all over the place all the time and intense, so Lair's got to be on top of that as well as singing at the same time, which just makes it 10 times harder. I still can't do that. I've been playing guitar for over 10 years, and it's just like, I don't know how the people do this. I can't even make that distinction. I can't even hum while playing guitar. So yeah, don't expect any singing songwriting streams. I'm sorry, that was that was goofy, but yeah, you know. But let's go ahead and jump on into our next one. Number 3, singing voice. Okay, now we're getting into some serious territory because I think I gotta say it. I think Lair may be my favorite of the vocalists. Like performance-wise, I think she may be my favorite. Yukina and her, like performance-wise, are highly tied, and for good reason. Because I'll talk about it in a second when we get to it. But Lair has got this just powerful, raw kind of sound to her voice. She's controlled, but it's just got this power of just like, it sounds unfiltered, and not in a bad way. It's not like it's unrefined. It's got this edge, just a primal, just raw. That's all I can say. It's raw. It's unfiltered. It's uncontrollable almost, and it's just this strong just hit. Again, Drive Us Crazy is still my favorite song out of all the original songs in Bang Dream, and it's just her hitting that chorus is so amazing. I love that freaking song. And perfect example of what I was just talking about. I wanted to hold off on it, but perfect example of why I love Lair's voice, and Yukina's the same, is because Savior of Song is a perfect cover to explain this. Because you have Yukina, who's a very controlled, refined, and to the point singer. She knows what she can do, and she takes it and runs with it. But Lair's the same person, but on the different side of the spectrum, because she's got the power that she can get to, and she just goes in at it. And she takes care of her business. She knows what she can do, but she has this effort of like raw, just unfiltered, just I don't know, man. It's insane. It's such a cool thing because like when you're listening, you can hear Yukina like hitting the notes perfectly on point, just cutting them off, and it's all very like it's perfect. It's really perfect singing. She's just hitting it and just it's like that. But Lair's just got this rasp and this like growl to it, and it's just like, ooh, hold on a second, roll that back a little bit. I gotta hear that line again. Sorry, I'm getting giddy, but like, I love her voice. It's so good. But yeah, Lair can still hit those notes just as good as Yukina can, but she has like this rasp and this growl to it. And some people may not like that. Some people may not like the break in the end of the notes that she has, like a little. I can't imitate it myself because I'm not going to try and sing right now, but it's like this break in the note. Like she gets this rasp to the end of it and it sounds so great. I love it. I know some people don't. That's totally fine. That's why I think Savior of Song is such a good cover, because you can choose which side you like the most. Because I'm pretty sure those two right there are probably the two best vocalists in Bang Dream. And having that as like a comparison song is such a cool thing. And then I'm over here like, but Rand's also amazing. Oh man. But hey, it's okay. I want that cover song. I want Ran, Yukina, and Lair all doing a song now. I think that's a thing, actually. I don't know. I'll have to go look later. But yeah, Lair is just amazing. Like, end of story, end of conversation. She can just destroy any piece that's put in front of her. Literally, when I went to go do like a little fact check to double check on everything, literally it said as a session musician, she can sing anything. I'm like, like I don't know about that. I don't know if she can sing anything. Like, take her right into a lounge singing, and like put on some Frank Sinatra. It's just like, I don't think that's gonna work as well. No, you don't know. We never know. Who knows? We might bust out an RAS cover. I don't know. But again, Lair's insane. And the end of story right there. That's why, like, again, it was a hard fight between those two. And going up to number 2, I thought about putting the singing talent in number 2 because it's like, man, can you freaking top that? Like, no, I think she still got something too. But speaking of number 2, let's go ahead and move on to Number 2. Personality. Alright, second to last one on our second to last girl. But there's a lot to be said here, and also not a lot to be said here. And that's what I kind of like about Lair. Because she's kind of like the backbone of RAS. Choo Choo's the one that brought everything together and kind of leads everybody. But Choo Choo's a very, like, not fragile. She's volatile. She's very, like, impulsive. Whereas Lair's kind of there to tie her down. She keeps everybody together. Her and Masaki. Like those two are like kind of like the keepers of RAS. You got the two moms and then the 3 gremlins. But yeah, no, I see Lair as like the overseer of RAS. She kind of like keeps an eye on everybody, make sure everybody's in good spirits. Again, I like that. Again, she's kind of got that vibe, and she's always kind of like had that vibe. Again, her and Tay being great friends together, and Tay helping her along, showing like it's okay to make sure everybody's okay, and it's good to see that she's carried that on. And it's just a nice thing to see, because having someone be able to bring people back like that is such a great thing to have. Because again, I love the freaking card that's like Lair reaching out for Choo Choo. I can't remember what card that is, dang it. She's reaching out for Choo Choo to help her up. Like, whenever she's like, is that in the second band story? I think it's the second band story. Please help me correct my memory if I'm wrong, but I think it's the second band story. But again, I like it. And Lair also has the problem, though, of holding things to herself, but like not trying to be like, she'll help others, but she was like, oh, I'll handle it if it's something, if like she holds things to herself, but has been coming out of that with help from everybody else. Like again, when she worked herself to the floor to try and impress Choo Choo, but not saying anything about it, about getting overworked, and it's like, you need to speak to everybody. Everybody's here to help you if you're here to help us. That's the way it goes. I always like that, like, it's just cool that, like, she's one of the ones we've had past events with. Like, with the whole thing with her and Ty. Like, the fact that, like, Ty helped her come out of her shell to actually enjoy singing. Because I think it's an interesting point to make. She's like, I don't sing like normal people do. And it's like, I don't sound like a kid. It's like, yeah, but what's wrong with that? Like, unique singing voices are, like, some of the best singing voices to listen to. And again, as I've already stated, Lair's singing voice is probably one of my favorites in the game. And what am I saying? I did say it was my favorite. But again, I love the fact that she's kind of like been this character, just kind of stood in the background to kind of make sure everything was good, to kind of being more involved in all of RAS and being more of a team player, and everybody's a family in RAS. And she's kind of one that kind of oversees and keeps everybody together, along with the strong arm of the band Masuki backing her up. Since they are both session buddies, they help out like that. Oh man, but yeah, she's a cool character. I want to see more come along with her too. But let's move on to our last one. And number 1. Alright, so you may have noticed, I skipped a little bit when I was talking about the personality, because there's one thing that Lair has that's insane, and that's whenever she's on stage, she's an absolute just boss. She has this unbridled, like, attitude of just pure intensity, and it's freaking nuts to see. Like, anytime you see Lair on stage with her instrument or performing, it's just this look of intense seriousness and just, like, pure joy of performing and just in the zone. And it's so cool. I couldn't find too much. It was, like, a little, like, funny quirk she did, but I loved watching the music videos back, and it's always just hit me that Lair's always just there, just, like, focused, dead set on the mission of just getting stuff done. Where you have, like, she'll have moments where she's having fun jamming out with everybody, but she's always just in the zone, owning the stage the whole time, where everybody else is kind of jamming. And it's just intense, man. It's just, you have to watch, and it's just like, oh, she feels like, I feel like I'm gonna get beat down in a second if I don't make too much eye contact with this lady. I don't know, it's just crazy. I love it. It's just freaking fantastic. Have that kind of like imposing force, but not imposing in the fact that it's like worrying, but like just how intense it is, and how it tries to bring you into the performance. It's insane, and it's just cool too. It works for RAS's vibe to the max, like no joke. Because again, everybody else is having like just going insane, playing their parts, but Ray is still up there like leading the stage and like commanding the audience's attention. Sorry, that whole sentence was a whole mix of jumble in my mouth, and I somehow got it out correctly. But yeah, she's there just to direct the audience to them and be like, this is what you're watching, you better be watching, we're performing for you. I don't know, it's just crazy and cool to see at the same time. But yeah, she's there with her own aura of intensity, and it's amazing. But I think that'll do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know I sure did. Getting to celebrate, again, my favorite vocalist in Bang Dream. Again, it's always going to be a hard time between Yukina or Lair. Again, Rand is up there too. She's way up there too, man. She's got like, again, the freaking, Rand's got that like rawness, but like to a degree of just like, she can hit some points just to add like a break. Like the chorus in, oh gosh dang it, Lost One's Weeping. Sorry, I couldn't think of the name. But like that, the freaking like falsetto high note she hits, that's insane. It's like, it gives me goosebumps every time. It's like, oh man, oh. But again, those two are always tied up, and Ran's following right behind her rival Yukina. But yeah, it's because Yukina's got the perfection to her voice, and Lair's got that little bit of roughness to it. It's always great. But again, much happiness to be celebrating Lair's birthday. So once again, happy birthday to Lair, or happy birthday to Ray, whichever one you say, it's fine. And again, I want to point something out, by the way. I want to point something out before I cut this off. I found it funny. It was pointed out to me a while back. It wasn't like recently, but it was later than I would have wished it would have thought it happened. But I was just like goofing around looking at the members info, and I was like, oh yeah, let's see what Lair's page says. Like, second year, wait. She's the same age as Otay? I guess it makes sense now, but she looks like she's 10 years older than Otay in the freaking like curtain continuity. I was just like so thrown off by that. I'm like, of course that makes sense because they're the same age and when they first left. And she didn't go like, it just threw me off though. I was just like, she looks so different. And it's because she doesn't also wear a school uniform. The places she goes to get her to learn, they don't require uniforms. That's why we've never seen her in that, because she doesn't have one. So it kind of makes it a little bit different. But yeah, I was just like, oh yeah, it struck me in the head. I was just like, oh yeah, that makes total sense why her and Otay the same age. I don't know, I just thought it was really dumb. I'm just like, man, I'm dumb. But, oh well, enough of me being dumb. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. But, until next time, guys, I'll see ya.